Welcome to Washington Elementary School Back to School Night. My name is Dr. Kraut and we welcome you here. This short 10 to 15 minute brief synopsis should give you many informational tips to help navigate the school this evening and throughout the school year. We welcome all of our new families here to Washington. This is my 19th year in school administration and my 10th year here at Washington. PSSA test scores. Although we are currently revising and taking a look at last year's results, 2 years ago we did extremely well, and we will go ahead and take a look at those results here in the next couple weeks and get you some more information from last year's PSSA results. Our buses will certainly be new this year. The big three school buses will be coming in, bus 10, 11, and 12. Many people are asking, why did we make this move? Well, we think number one, our buses will provide a very safe and secure method of transportation. I was out on those 10-degree mornings and walking the sidewalks with the kids sometimes, and it does get pretty chilly out there. We think the buses will do a much better job of providing a safer environment. And number two, congestion. We have the Washington Middle School and High School Wilson and Mao corridor here, and there are a lot of cars around this area, and we think this can help us out with that ease and flow a little bit of our congestion around our schools. Transportation is a privilege and it's not a right, and we will be pretty tough on bus discipline this year, helping kids understand some basic rules of bus safety. I can think of a quick one, and that would be that you really are not allowed to stand on a moving school bus. And many of our children, probably my own children, wouldn't even know that from attending Hanover schools. So some of those things we have to educate the kids on, and we would really appreciate your help as parents, echoing some of those rules also. Tonight we will have a bus that is out front of our school. We ask you when back to school night's over and you're having your treat on the playground that you maybe stop over to the bus, let your child on and off, and let them feel comfortable using the bus system. AM drop-off here at Washington really won't change much. We have Little Nighthawk Way. You'll come up, you'll park there, use both lanes. Make sure you're merging nicely. Your children are watching, so I know you're in a hurry, but we're really not going to go very far. But AM drop-off will stay the same. Around 8:30, we'll have a person come outside and we'll kindly ask you to come inside, bring the kids in and into the gym and begin their breakfast. So that won't change much. The PM pickup procedure will change drastically. Instead of pulling up on Little Nighthawk Way with the 2 lanes, we're going to ask parents to wait out on Wilson Avenue, down here on the corner of Little Nighthawk Way, and begin your line up there on Wilson Avenue until we have our 3 school buses back from the middle school and high school run. When you see them pull into Little Nighthawk Way and we have all 3 buses, then we'll ask the parents, or just go ahead, I probably won't ask you, just go ahead and pull up after the 3rd bus. Thank you very much for being flexible there with us with the busing and things for the first couple weeks of school until we work some things out. Our school day, as I mentioned, will be open the doors around 8:30, and then at 8:45 we'll send them down to the classrooms, get them started, and then at 8:50 will be the tardy bell. So if your child is late, just come into the office and sign them off on a form there. Our number 1 form for tonight will be our red dismissal intention form. This tells Mrs. Smith, the school secretary in the office, where your child will go, to the buses or to the car line or maybe some other area. But this is very, very important note that she gets this sheet back as soon as possible here this evening. That certainly helps us plan ahead. And also our absence notes. Anytime you are absent from school, we really legally have to have one of these notes back. Just kind of fill it out, get it back to us, send it back in with your child, and let them know that form is very, very important. We don't mind you being out. If your child's sick, they're sick, that's fine. I understand, but please put it in writing and get back to us. A car line tag. This is a car line tag, so I have my name placed on there. If you're going to be using the pickup lines here, we'll just put this in your rear view mirror. We'll have your child ready to go on the spot when you pull up, and it's usually a very quick system there, very efficient. If you're looking for information, we'd certainly ask that you go to our website listed behind me there, www.hpsd.k12.pa.us. Really moving away from a paper system and into a electronic or technological advanced system where you really just click on it if you want to find out lunch menus, monthly calendars, handbooks, web articles, daily messages, really about anything. If it's not there, I'd ask you to go to our technology backbone of our district, and that would be our Firefly system. So Firefly really is, like I said, it's developed here at Hanover Public Schools So we constantly make updates daily, our tech department, by the minute. So it's constantly changing and making it better and better, able for you to navigate and find out what is happening in the classroom with your child. Lunch money, we really use a paperless system, other than a check, I guess, per se, or money system. We really steer kids away from bringing in the money each day, the money to pay for lunch. So really, just send in a check or send in the money in an envelope with your child's name. We'll get it into the cafeteria department, and they'll use kind of a debit type of system where it will come out of that money that they have there in their account, per se. Computers, grades 3 and 4 will be having Chromebooks this year, so be a little bit more responsibility for those grade levels, but the privilege is that they would have their very own laptop Chromebook there, so that's excellent to have here at Hanover Public. Peanut allergy again this year. We'll be having no peanuts or peanut products, I guess, in the building. Now, walnuts and pecans and Nutella and Wow Butter, things like that, that's perfectly fine. So nothing wrong with that. This is just a severe peanut allergy that we have, so we refrain from bringing any type of peanut butter or anything like that to our lunches. Volunteering, we have a great segue here. We have Mrs. Roberts with us tonight, and volunteering, we really try and solicit as many folks as we can to help out. PTO is very, very involved. They're excellent PTO, and we'll have volunteer folks here in our library tonight to get you signed up. Very easy to do. They'll take you right through the steps, and I'll turn it over to Mrs. Roberts here, who's the president of our PTO, and she'll kind of walk you through some PTO steps. So if we could continue to have your attention, that would be great. Mrs. Roberts, thanks for joining us.
Yep, thanks, Dr. Kraut. As Dr. Kraut said, my name is Jamie Roberts, and I'm this year's PTO president here at Washington Elementary. I'd like to take just a few minutes to explain how our organization works and tell you how your participation benefits your child directly. Tonight you will already have received a PTO booklet that looks like this. Inside that booklet you'll find information about the PTO, events that we sponsor, and how you can help to contribute to another successful school year. You'll see a list of officers and committee members and their contact information available for your reference as the year goes on. You'll see a tentative list of activities that we have planned for your student. You'll also see our budget, our projected expenses, and other ways that you can help out with the PTO. The last 2 pages of that packet hold the things that we collect as the year goes on. For example, registering your Giant A+ reward card helps out the PTO, cutting box tops, sending in can tabs. All of those things contribute to our PTO, which allow us to have those events for your students. About once a month, you'll receive a box top form from your teacher. If you can remember to just cut, paste, and send those box tops in, we can collect up to a few $100s every time we turn those box tops in, which is greatly appreciated and an easy way to help volunteer. Some of the PTO-sponsored events include assemblies, field trips, Hawk Cart, which is a behavior reward system we use here at Washington, holiday shop, spring fling, breakfasts with grandma and grandpa, with mom and dad, and many more. In the past several years, we've only had to do one fundraiser for the PTO. That fundraiser is our Hawk Walk. The Hawk Walk is slated to happen this year, Friday, October the 9th. Proves to be a very fun outside event for the kids, and it's a great place to start your PTO volunteering. You will get some information about the Hawk Walk and how you can contribute your time and your efforts within the first couple of days of school. Volunteering is fun, rewarding, and best of all, it's free. In order to volunteer in any aspect, we do have a couple of clearances that you'll need to complete. The PTO will absorb the cost of those clearances in exchange for 5 hours of volunteer time. There's plenty of opportunity to volunteer. I understand that sometimes it gets busy, but there's during the daytime, there's evening time, weekend time, sometimes things that can be completed at home and then returned to the school when it's needed. You'll receive information about how to volunteer and how to get those PTO clearances started in the library tonight, as Dr. Kraut had mentioned previously. To learn more about how the PTO works and how you can help, I'd invite you to our first meeting, which is scheduled for Wednesday, September the 2nd at 6:30 in the library here at school. Meetings are then the first Wednesday of each month, last about an hour, and include discussion of our upcoming events in the coming month. Each month we have a principal's report from Dr. Kraut that keeps us up to date on the new happenings on the education home front throughout the district. Childcare is provided during those meetings, and that meeting time does count toward your 5 hours of volunteer time. 2 last points I wanted to mention. Washington Elementary has a PTO Facebook page. Please remember to like our page to find out when and where volunteers are needed, and to be kept in the loop about changes that may occur to your student's day or forms that may need turned in the near future. Lastly, each child will receive a ticket tonight. Looks like this one, says Washington Elementary Rocks. That ticket can be used to claim Rita's Italian Ice on the playground after orientation this evening. Please allow students to claim their ice before siblings and parents, just to make sure that we have enough for everyone. There will be PTO officers present at the Rita's table and in that surrounding area. If you have any questions, we'd love to entertain them at that point. We can also collect your giant A+ number at that point. I appreciate your time and look forward to you being involved with the PTO and making it another successful year here at Washington.
Thanks, Mrs. Roberts. We appreciate your time this evening and your attention here to this video. We thank you very much. One quick note, please do not leave tonight with any last questions. So you'll find us out on the playground here tonight with your Rita's Ice and take care of any last questions. We want to make sure we have everyone here on Wednesday morning question free, so they are ready to go. Again, thanks so much for caring and for being here tonight and for tuning in. Thank you so much. Have a good night.